Hello children, today let us continue with the chapter The Components of Business Studies. In the previous class, we have studied the meaning of the word business, economic activities, types of economic activities and exchange. Today, we shall learn about evolution and growth of commerce. So, what is evolution? Evolution is the gradual change of activities that takes place over a long period. In the picture, you can see how the ape has converted to be a human being. It is a gradual change. It has taken thousands of years to change. Same thing before, man was using stones. Then he used some iron materials. Then he used books. Now you are using computers, laptops. The activities is changing, but these changes takes place slowly. That is what evolution. So what is evolution? Evolution is a gradual change of economic activities that takes place over a long period. Now let us understand what is commerce. All the economic activities of human beings is considered as commerce. It includes production, business, industry, banking, insurance agency, advertisement, transportation and many other factors which help or support or facilitate the exchange of goods and services. It is called as commerce. Now, we have understood the meaning of the word evolution and commerce. Now let us understand evolution of commerce. And the evolution that has taken place in commerce may be called as evolution of commerce. Evolution means gradual change or a slow change in the economic activity or commerce is called as evolution of commerce or history of commerce. So, now let us understand the evolution of commerce in stages. There are 8 stages. First stage is hunting and fishing stage. Second stage is pastoral stage. Third stage is agricultural stage. Fourth stage is handicraft stage. Fifth stage is barter system stage. Sixth stage is money economy stage. Seventh stage is town economy stage. Eighth stage is international trade stage. Let us understand the stages of evolution of commerce. The first stage of evolution of commerce is hunting and fishing stage. It was the earliest stage of human civilization. In this stage, man was a wanderer. He was moving from one place to another. There was no fixed place for him. He was moving from one place or he moved from one place to another in search of food. Their main occupation was hunting and fishing. They gathered fruits, roots and nuts for food. They lived in caves, hollows of trees. They covered their bodies with leaves and skins and to protected their bodies from the sun, wind and rain. So, here the economic activity is not there. Second stage is pastoral stage. In this stage, people learned domestication of animals. Domestication means they took care of animals. In the beginning, they reared cattle like sheep, goat, buffaloes. These animals provided food to eat and skins to cover their bodies. And here moved from one place to another in search of grasslands because they need grass for their animals. So here also there is no economic activity. The third stage of evolution of commerce is agriculture. Here the people learn the art of growing crops. They learn how to sow the seeds, take care of crops, cut the crops, when to cut the crops, when to thresh and when to harvest. This is a skill and they started leading a settled life. They started living in a fixed place. When they grow crops, they cannot move from one place to place. When they started living, they developed villages and community and simple division of labor started. What is division of labor? Dividing the work based on their ability. In an agriculture, there are many activities has to take place. One individual cannot do all the activities. So, the work is divided according to their ability. Division of labor started. Here the economic activity started, commercial activity started. So, agriculture stage led to the another stage, that is handicraft stage. For example, agriculture, they need plough, that is negilu, and instruments to cut the crops, thresh the crops. So, there were some people who engage themselves in doing these instruments or the tools, like carpenter made the plough, wooden materials, and blacksmith made iron materials, and builder built the buildings, weaver weaved the clothes. So, these people were called as craftsmen. They were professionals and these people provided goods for the agriculturist. And agriculturist provided food, grains necessary for them. So, the next stage is barter system. In barter system, they directly exchange of goods for goods or things for things is called as barter system. Why this happened? Because of division of labor led to produce more goods. So, they wanted to exchange goods for goods. This is called as barter system. This direct exchange of goods to goods developed some problems. Let us understand what are the problems. Now let us study the problems of barter system. First problem is lack of double coincidence of wants. Look at the picture. There are two parties. A man dressed with blue and a man dressed with red. The blue dressed person has apples and red dressed person has cock. So, if both are willing to exchange for apple, they are exchanging cock. There is no problem. There is a coincidence of wants. They are willing to exchange. But in case the blue dressed person wants to exchange his apples for wheat, he doesn't want cock. But the red person doesn't have wheat. He has only wheat. So here blue dressed person not willing to exchange his apples for a cock. He wants wheat. Here the double coincidence arrive. In the same way, one more example, A has paddy and wants wheat. B has wheat but wants jowar. And B is not prepared to take paddy. So this is called lack of double coincidence of wants. The second problem of barter system is lack of common measure of value. It is very difficult to decide the quantity of one commodity to another. Example, for one cow, how many sheep are? For one measure of wheat, how many measure of jowar, etc. was difficult to divide. Look at the picture here. If they want a cow, how many hen they have to exchange? If they want milk, how many measures of grains they should give? If they want cloth, how many apples they have to exchange? It was very difficult to exchange. Third stage of barter system is difficulty of subdivision. It was very difficult to divide some animals or things. Example, to divide the cow for some sheep. So, look at the picture. A man has banana and he wants to exchange for buffalo. It is possible. Is it possible to measure? Is it possible to divide? It is very difficult. So, this also led to another stage. Another problem of barter system was difficulty to store the goods or to transport. The movement of goods from one place to another place was also a problem. It was difficult to preserve some goods over a long period. Look at the picture, where the first picture, they are finding difficult to carry the grains from one place to another for long distance. The grains are wasted. In the second picture, it is finding very difficult to load the animals and move in the boat. That is also a problem. And if they are carrying vegetable fruits, and then the problem arises where how long they can carry goods and vegetables may get spoiled. This led to the next stage. So the problems of barter system, lack of what? Lack of double coincidence of wants, lack of common measures of value, difficulty of subdivision, and difficulty store the goods or to transport. So another stage is known as money economy stage, where the people started exchanging first with the animal skin, slowly started using cowrie shell. What is cowrie shell? It is given in the picture. That means covered. And they started using the metals with different shape and weight, and started using metals like coppers, silver, gold, but it was difficult to carry. It was heavy, and moving with the coins, it was very risky. So to avoid this, another step in money system. In the money stage, due to the problem of heaviness of metals, next it was started with paper money as a medium of exchange. Here, the paper money were issued by the central bank of that country, and also it was supported by the government. Do you remember, children? Demonetization happened. That means they changed the 500 and 1000 rupees, and 2000 rupees was started. So this is with the help of whom? Help of the government and the central bank of the country. Apart from this, we have check, demand drafts, bills, credit card, debit card that support in the economic stage. That is the money economy stage. After this, next comes town economy stage. Here, bank money was there. Medium of exchange was faster. Growth of commerce took place. People began to produce more goods. The producers started meeting in a fixed place and the periodical intervals. That is, they started local markets. They started coming to the local area and selling the goods. The development of local market led to the development of towns and centers for supplying goods. So, merchants started coming with their goods. Craftsmen came into the town with their raw materials and started producing the finishing goods. And they supplied and took up. And look at the picture here, where there is a local market and there is a town market. And in the town market, many craftsmen will come with their raw materials, and they purchase the raw materials and try to finish the finished goods and sell those goods in the town. And town market started. Here the local market to the town market. So the next stage and the last stage is known as the international trade stage. This international trade stage started with the geographical discoveries during 15th and 16th century. Look at the picture where the Columbus discovered America. Vasco da Gama discovered the new sea route to India, and Magellan, he started his voyage with the support of the King of Spain. You can look into the picture where he has traveled the entire world, but when he returned, he did not return at all. He was killed, but his ship returned by traveling the entire world. So, these led to the development of international trade. Another important factor that developed international trade is Industrial Revolution that took place in England. So, the goods were produced in large quantity. These has to move from a local market and also to other countries. So the development of communication, transportation led to the international trade for faster development of international market. So in today's class we have learned about evolution of commerce, growth and different stages of evolution. So let us continue with the next part in the next video.